Hello, welcome to a very great edition of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Um, it is an exciting edition of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I'll be giving everything that's going on. The last few hours there's a lot of updates for you. Of course, Chelsea have managed to win for the very first time in 3 games in that big FA Cup game. It was a game that was supposed to be very difficult, one that if Pochettino and his team had lost, would have put their season in further dents. They have put a further dent on their season, but they have managed to get that all important win today at the Villa Park against Aston Villa. Strong Villa team. Chelsea have managed to get a result today at Villa Park. Excellent display on and off the ball. Good stuff with the ball. Very compact, very aggressive. Played some good stuff. And I kept on saying here that Chelsea's woes isn't just because they're a bad team. It isn't because it's a shambolic project or something like that. Obviously, it is also not because these players don't know what they are doing. A lot of people created some thoughts that there is some disunity in the team, but really there's some good stuff. You could see that this team was very compact with and without the ball, and I saw the tactical tweaks that show me, that proved to me that Enzo Fernandez just needs to just stick to the instruction, play in central areas, play in the build-up area, hold up play, start possession, don't vacate central areas without the ball. And even in the dying numbers of the game where Chelsea were winning, you could tell that Enzo was doing those things again. He would help in build-up, then vacate, and sometimes Cole Palmer would rather drop so that he can keep the width up for Chelsea in case they want to go long through the channels. He did that excellently. But yeah, these and many more are what you're going to talk about here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, I entreat you to subscribe to the channel. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Stick and stay with us. If you've not turned on notification, I entreat you that you do turn on notification now. Let us hear from you. Let's discuss the game. Let's talk about all the analysis that is there to talk about. Let's get into the nitty-gritties of the game. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. This is Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed and turn on notification. It's imperative that you do so. But let's start with the African Cup of Nations. And Nigeria have booked their place as the first team to get to the African Cup of Nations finals in La Côte d'Ivoire. Nigeria played some scintillating stuff, but the South Africans were good. South Africa, I said that they are one of the teams that are tactically very astute, technically they're able to hold up play very well, they're able to play very good combination plays together and then break you apart. And they did it against Morocco. They've done it a couple of times in this tournament. One of the teams that they suffered to play against was against Mali, and you could see that in this game, Hugo Broos had made the mistakes that he had corrected them that he did against Mali. Again, also the little difference between Nigeria and Mali is that the Malian team realized that South Africa were just a little bit jittery at the beginning of the season. That was their first game. They pressed them in wide areas. They won the ball from them, and then they created quality chances against them. And from there, South Africa have gone from strength to strength, especially when they meet against teams that sit back. Against Nigeria today, yes, Nigeria were largely behind. Nigeria were largely sit back, but they dominated play, especially in the middle of the park. And when they even changed that shape from a regular 4-3-3 to go into a 4-2-4 and bypassing the central area, then going long through Pesitao, the space between the outside center back and then the center back was very good, and I think that's how they were able to progress the ball. They were able to have some form of sustained pressure in that game, and it was a very good one. But even quite apart from that, you're looking at how good the Nigerians also were, and I've said several times that the physical levels of the Nigerian team is almost impeccable. Nobody matches it. They are the most physical team, and also I looked at things like accumulated fatigue, which they didn't have. Almost every team in the competition have been fatigued. They've been playing games back to back. They have not been playing such games. They have had rest. They've not played to the extra time until this one. They've had some good rest. They came into this game well fresh, and you could see that their physical levels were just up there. They were going toe-to-toe with South Africa. They stuck in there. When that first penalty goal came in for William Tresor, the captain, was well placed, well executed. Then in the dying numbers, Nigeria thought that they are broken free. They were going to get the final goal and then make it 2-0 and qualify to the next year of the competition. Osimhen thought that he was going to get an all-important winner for Nigeria. In fact, he whisked away in celebration, but he was stopped in his tracks by the video assistant refereeing team from Egypt, who had called him back, called the referee back, went to look, and there was an infringement on Percy Tau, which I think was needless because Percy Tau was literally going nowhere. His back was to goal. There was no threat from Percy Tau at the time, and there was no need for that tackle on him. But that was a well, an excellent penalty. It was a well-deserved penalty. South Africa got it, they converted it. It was 2-1-1, went into extra time. But then the penalty shootout from Nigeria was the best. And you could tell that this is a team that had rehearsed penalty shootout. They had planned and they knew that Ron Williams is always going to move. But when he moves, they should find a way to place their penalties. And they did just that. That's exactly what the Nigerians did. And they went through to the next stage of the competitions. And Nigeria are in the final. But to the big one, what a win this is for Chelsea Football Club. I mean, everybody who's a Chelsea fan will say, can they get a consistency? And that's what I'm about to tell you now. That's the question. Can they get a consistency? Can Chelsea get a consistency? Will Chelsea be able to do enough to build on these results that they've had? Because this is a big win. I mean, you're playing against an Aston Villa team that's fourth on the English Premier League table. It's difficult for everybody to beat them. Almost everyone that plays against Aston Villa, especially at the Villa Park, finds it difficult to break them down. Now you go there. And I remember in the first game that Chelsea played, the last one against Wolves, I said how Wolves set up and how Gary O'Neill set up just fell straight into Chelsea's hand, but then they flagged everything. Again, Aston Villa set up straight into Chelsea's hand. If you're playing that 4-4-2 and Chelsea going to the 4-2-3-1, they only just need to be winning the second balls. They need to be more aggressive than you. They need to be able to pick up those balls in central areas. And I think that tactically, one of the first things that I saw was the fact that Pochettino has done an excellent job in keeping confidence in Benoit Badiashile and bringing him back into the team. Because Chelsea wanted to be more proactive, wanted to push up more. Yes, there's a lack of pace between Thiago Silva, Benoit, and Desassi. But Benoit has a lot of pace. He has a lot of pace in him. In fact, better pace than Thiago Silva. So when Chelsea pushed up, you could know that Benoit was going to deal with that. Also, Chelsea really wanted to make use of the build-up ability of Benjamin Chilwell and then Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto, more excellent in terms of build-up. Chelsea wants to build in a three. It's easy for him to shape in that back three so that he can help in that build-up and then play and break lines in central areas, pass to break lines in central areas. But even the second tactical tweak there for me was excellent. And you see, some of these things, Chelsea have been doing them for a very long time. The only difference is, it's the injection of aggression. It is that's part of the game that you need to be more aggressive, to win second balls, to be more combative that Chelsea have not had. And I've said that it's something that you need. Sometimes you get it in training, but how to transmit that into a game day is a big deal. And it's about consistency. Chelsea able to build a momentum and have consistency, then they can go on and build on them. One of the key things also that I was about to mention was the fact that in this game, Georgi Petrovic didn't just hoof the ball up. We've spoken excellently about the shot-stopping ability of Georgi Petrovic, but he tends to want to always hoof the ball up, not necessarily pass it back like Robert Sanchez. That doesn't mean that Robert is better than him, but in terms of ball-playing ability. But again, he is a much more commanding goalkeeper, more confident in the post, much more domineering. He's a better goalkeeper all round, in my opinion, than Robert Sanchez. And one of the things, again, that helped in Chelsea's build-up, it helped Chelsea in shot prevention and then turnovers against them. Apart from that, also was that excellent show of Enzo Fernandez in central areas. If you look at the second goal that Chelsea scored, the Jackson goal was excellently from Enzo deep in build-up. And I think that's not even the best of Enzo Fernandez that you can get. If Enzo is closer to the back line, if the ball goes through him about 40% more, he will get more touches. The game will go through him. If the game is going through Enzo, he's more confident. He can step into the pocket, receive, and then play forward. And you saw that also from Moise Caicedo. The ball retention this game was excellent. It was very good. I think he always went for the better option, the easier option, and then also retained and protected the ball better. Then again, you talk about the exploit of the job of Conor Gallagher in the box as a box attacker against teams like Aston Villa. He did exactly that job. Silva, Sterling, what's his name? Nicolas Jackson got that second goal, and of course Enzo Fernandez. Brilliant one in there. And Chelsea largely dominated play. In the dynamics of the game, when Chelsea had an extra centre back in there, dictated the pace of the game, secured the game, and then made sure they qualified to the next round. That's exactly the kind of performance that you want from the team. And I am particularly excited that they could play through centuries, they could hold on to the play, they could dictate the pace of the game. It is about momentum. It's about momentum. Chelsea just needs to gather momentum and build up from there. You build momentum, you get wins, whether scrappy or not, then results begin to come. I kept on telling you that Chelsea project, you can't tell me it's a facade. You can't tell me that Mauricio Pochettino is just a joke. He has made tactical mistakes, like I say. And if at the end of the season, Chelsea doesn't win a cup and get close to 7, then maybe the owners will have to evaluate him. But that even in itself has to be done in a proper context of where Chelsea wants to get to. You don't just hire and fire. The team just needs to build momentum. Next round of games incoming. 12 games, Man City, West Ham. I mean, all the likes on the horizon. But they need to build momentum. Let's Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I'm grateful to have heard from you here. Hi. I want to hear from you soon. Let me hear from you in the comment section. Are you excited about Chelsea? Subscribe to the channel. Bye.